So I've now basically queued up 2 colonies. Colony manager, Gaea 2. This one will become Tokyo. It's on an island, see? This is important. Okay, exploration. Exploration is less turns. To the best of my knowledge, exploration uses no turns if you don't land anywhere. So that was turn 10. Okay, maybe it does 1 turn. It does 1 turn to do that instead of 2, which means that you're not taking the 2 turns to get there and land and drop crap off. Unload. Doesn't take any energy, so that's another neat thing. That's a thing too. Okay. Note, I don't have any science lab here. I think usually in the game I play, I end up skipping triggers. Other fun fact, building habitats can hold people. Mine siphon. Okay, other thing I'm going to do. Probe. I like having a ship out to Ares pretty early. Reyes, Hermes is pretty far away. I like having a colony in Alpha 5. And a colony on Hermes is also convenient. Probe. Ares is really important to have a colony on pretty early because a piece of tech that will show up there is just really nice to have. I did at one point sit down and figure out where everything was, all the research, map all the research locations on everything. We're not going to do that. Okay, now Prometheus is in range, but that one's not. We're going to go ahead and build that other colony on Gaea. You kind of want to limit your Gaean colonies. Oh, jeez. But at the same time... Oh, jeez. Idiot. Did not mean to do that, folks. I meant to... do that. So, because there's a piece of tech available once you hit Ares that you can then get on Rhea. So you want to have ships. You kind of want to have ships everywhere, but it's most important to have ships on Rhea. Come on. To have ships on Rhea, Gaea, Alpha 1, Alpha 5, Alpha 7. Hermes, yeah, free tech, Ares, because Ares is that important. And then you want to have ships a couple ships are near, at least convenient to the beta asteroids, and you also will need a ship around Hebe, and you have to have, this is important, a ship around Hades. I will stop and get the bio research stuff because unless you abuse the trick. Ooh, there's a lot. Okay. Unload vehicles. I'm just seeing if a piece of tech has spawned here. Nope, it hasn't. Okay. I don't have all the triggers down, but actually, we'll go ahead and just transport that to Calypso. Okay. Exploration. Oh, no, don't want that. Okay, unload. Return vehicle to Calypso. Excellent. Okay, this is the trick. This is a neat little trick that I found. That will apparently, and this works with everything, not just the game, not just this production facility, but every time you offline and online something, it completes a cycle.
Captain, I've received.
That just robots. I did not actually learn this one. I did not figure this one out myself. One of the people on Ugly Time 10's channel, shoutouts to him, found it, and or at least talked about it in the comments of his video. The trick that I knew about was that if you build a factory, it counts. It always ends your last. It always starts building with 1 tick left on the scale. So I was building factories.
Scanners are probing the Alpha asteroid.
That's nice. So my last playthrough, I was building and then dismantling factories, kind of like well, just building the factory to building a cheap scaffolding around the ship, build the ship, and then dismantle the factory. So. Well, that's kind of important. Colony manager, Tokyo. Okay, that one was done. Okay, 3. Since this technique also works on robots, it turns the limiting factor of the game. Oh, we're sending people to. We're sending stuff to Rayup. Probe Ares. Probe Prometheus. The primary early game limiting factor turns into humans, not robots. It's still too long. We have crappy ships. Excellent.
We want to investigate
Useless
an idea.
tech, not going to do it. Well,
Our scanners are probing.
I will do the tech, but only if I find myself zooming around Hades, because there's basically a discovery you can find on Hades, which basically gives you like 5,000 life support. That's nice. She's telling us we can now make this, which lets us find colony sites on places that we haven't memorized locations of yet. I always build my first set of colonies. Always end up being on Alpha 5. Okay. I apparently can't remember exactly what it is, and rather than waste all the energy, we're just going to do that. Colony vehicles. Probria, orbiting Hermes. Hermes I think I've got Hermes down. Yes! Yes, it is. We're going to unload. We're going to land to refill our energy. 1 energy is 1,000 fuel. Easy. We're going to go. We're going to grab some loot. By loot, I mean ore. Oop, and some science. Delicious, delicious science. And we're actually going to fill up on energy first before we fill up on ore, which is fine. The next thing I'm going to do at our colonies that have already been established. Are purchase or start laying down robotics facilities, because that does take a while. And oh, there we go. Time it takes to get a colony up and running. The other thing is that because that works with life support, which are the production of which are produced, you know what I should do? I should turn all of these off. Offline things also give you stuff.
Sir?
That's nice. Colony manager, Tokyo. Oh, right. My third colony needs a name. Well, Melbourne? Just call it Melbourne. We don't have enough people yet on the Calypso to populate it yet, so we gotta wait for some people to woken up on the Calypso. So, here... we're going to change... Tokyo, we're going to build some robots. And here we're going to build some robots.